Hi my cuties! Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute. I really have nothing to say for that, except I'm sorry. I have been really busy with work. As you guys know, I got a promotion, so I've just been doing all of like the training and the paperwork for all of that, so not only am I getting promoted at my job, I've also been dealing with, if you saw my Instagram post, headaches and other health issues, so that's also a whole different situation. I'm okay. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm good. But also, I did want to come clean and give you guys the real side of what it's like for me to be a YouTuber and content creator. I did have this video filmed. It was all filmed. It was all ready to go. Sat down to edit it. And as I was editing it, I could not. You could feel in the video that my heart really wasn't really there. My heart wasn't in the video, and I fear that it was because I had already filmed a video that day. So on top of that, it was just a lot, and you could just tell that I was exhausted in the video and I just didn't give it my all. And I don't want to put that kind of video out there. If I can tell that my heart's not in it, then you guys can definitely tell that my heart's not in it. So I scrapped it. That will never see the light of the day, because I hated it, and I'm a perfectionist, so I just couldn't. So we're here to redo that video. Am I a few weeks behind? Yes, but it's okay. Also, oh my gosh, I'm yapping so much in this video. Also, guys, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I posted on my Instagram when it happened. I still think I'm gonna get a cake just because I want to, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I actually, no words can describe how I feel about that. No words can describe how grateful and blessed and happy I am for all of you guys watching and picking me in your little subscriber list. It's just an honor, and I'm just so happy that you guys are watching this journey of me creating my YouTube channel. With that being said, enough of me getting mushy and sappy and yappy on you guys. Yappy? Is that a word? Anyways, let's just get on with the video. Today is going to be all of my hockey romance books recommendations for you guys, because when every winter I get into that hockey romance vibe, suddenly I really want a hockey player. Wait, that came out wrong. Suddenly I want to read hockey romances, not that I need a hockey player. Anyways, I always get into that mood every time it's winter, and I live somewhere where it snows. If you live somewhere that it doesn't snow, I envy you, and I'm jealous of you. Bye. So every time it snows, I just think of how I want to read hockey romances, because it's winter and it's snowing. And then I think about how I should buy tickets to a hockey game. So today I'm going to be giving you all of the hockey romances that I've read and why I think you should read them and what they're about. You're welcome. Anyways, let's just get straight into this video. So, the first books that I'm going to be recommending are in a series, but you can also read them as standalones if you want. You don't have to read the whole series to know what's going on in that specific book. I tend to read the second in every series that I read. I don't know why. I just always accidentally read the second in the series without knowing it's a series. I do that every time. I've done it for 4 series. Don't be like me, guys. I think we all know what I'm going to recommend. The Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. I read this series about 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. Oh no. I forgot it was 2025. I read this series 4 years. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. 4 years ago in August. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm having a mental crisis. I read this series 4 years ago in August and absolutely ate it up. It was one of the first series I had ever read in my little book journey, so that's really exciting. And it's hockey. hockey romances. So the first one in the series is called The Deal. The Deal is about Hannah and Garrett. Basically, Garrett like fails a test, he bombs a quiz, and his coach is like, hey, like if you don't get your grades up, you're not going to be able to play. Like I'm going to bench you. And he's like thinking to himself, he's like, oh God, like I can't be benched, I'm trying to go pro, like that is not in the cards for me, what am I going to do? And then he meets Hannah, and he knows that Hannah is this kind of shy girl, but she's also top in the class. Like she always gets A's on every quiz, every test, all of her homework. And he starts thinking. And he goes up to her and he's like, hey, like, will you tutor me? And she's like, absolutely not. Bye. She's like, no, I'm gonna go. And he's like, no, please, like, you don't understand, please help me, like, I need this. And she's like, okay, I'll tutor you if you help me get the attention of the guy I like. And Garrett's like, okay. So she starts tutoring him, and he starts tutoring her, and he's tutoring her in something outside of the classroom, if you will. And they slowly fall in love, and it's really cute. And there is a trigger warning in this one. There is talk of some triggering things, so look it up just in case you need to. And yeah, that's the first in the series. Yes, I'm throwing all of the books on the ground. Mind your business. Guys, the state of my room right now is like there's actually books everywhere. Books all across my floor right now. Books. I fear that the books are taking over. The next book in the series is called The Mistake. This one is about Logan and Grace. Logan and Grace have a one-night stand together, and she fakes finishing. She fakes it and tells Logan she did. And Logan kind of feels like he's the man. He's like, yeah, like I had an amazing one-night stand with this girl, and like she finished, and he's kind of feeling like pumped up. And then he finds out that she didn't. Finds out that she faked it. And he's very upset by this. He's like, why wouldn't you tell me? Like, why would you lie to me? And she's like, no guy has ever done that for me, so. And he is determined to change that. And she is like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Don't ever want to see you ever again. And Logan is like very pressed. He's like, no, we're gonna figure this out. So he's like determined to make it happen for her. He also like wants to be with her, and she's like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm good. She's very much like controlling. Controlling is a bad word. Like, she's not controlling. Like, she's not crazy, but she's definitely like in the driver's seat of their whole like relationship, and he's trying to like win her back and all of that. It's really cute. They're really cute. I love them. The next book in the series is called The Score. Bye. I think this one is my favorite out of all of them. I love it. It's about Allie and Dean. Dean is known as a very player boy. He is very much described as an F-boy, if you will. He's been in the streets. He's been running them through, if you will. Allie breaks up with her possessive, abusive ex-boyfriend, and she one night just asked Hannah like, hey, is it okay if I sleep over at like the hockey house? Like, I just need to sleep there. I'm not feeling like safe or anything. And Hannah's like, yeah, like no problem, like no one else is there but Dean, so like I'll text him, you're all good. She goes over there, and Dean is definitely not aware that she is coming over, let me tell you. And Dean kind of makes it his mission to get with her. And they do end up having a one-night stand. And it's great. It's lovely. And then Dean kind of is like, no girl has rocked my world like this before. And Allie's like, no thank you, bye. I'm not sleeping with you again. And Dean just loves that. He's like, oh, no, you will. You will. It's very cute. Again, trigger warnings in this one definitely made me cry. Now, I am going to be talking about the last two books together because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I did not read them. I read 10% of The Goal, which is this one, and I didn't read The Legacy at all. So let me tell you about them. Even though I didn't like them, doesn't mean you're not going to like them. wasn't very invested in the last book's couple, and I think I was just burnt out of the series by the time I made it to that, and then the legacy just didn't really interest me. So, starting with the goal is about Sabrina and Tucker. They are kind of on polar opposites. Like, Sabrina is definitely like wants to only focus on school. She's trying to get into law school. Like, she is on a strict path, and that is all she wants, and that's all she has ever wanted, so she is going to stick with that. There's going to be no distractions. Whereas Tucker is kind of just laid back. Like, he's just kind of the laid back, like, yeah, I play hockey, but you know, like, laid back kind of dude. They do have a one-night stand, and things happen, and then they are connected together for the rest of their lives. I'm trying not to give it away. I don't know if it's, like, mentioned. Okay, it is mentioned. Okay, so yeah, they have a one-night stand. She gets pregnant. I didn't know if it was mentioned or not. I didn't want to spoil it. So yeah, they have a one-night stand. She gets pregnant, which basically derails her entire life, and she freaks out, and she's very stubborn, and Tucker's like, yo, it's okay, like, we're gonna be okay, and she's freaking out, and he's just gonna try and help her, but she's very stubborn on, like, doing it all herself. That's basically the gist. Like, there's nothing else I can say because I can't really remember. But it is good. I've heard a lot of people like this book, and yeah, hockey. The Legacy. The Legacy is the last book in the series, and it's kind of like a extended version of an epilogue. It's all of the lives between the whole friend group and what they're doing now, and I think they're all out of college, and you kind of get to see what's going on in their lives after that. And yeah, it's like a little novel of an epilogue. Like, it's so cute. Okay, next. I'm so excited. Next is Don't Let Me series by Kelsey Ray. Guys, I love this series so much. No one will understand what I feel about this series because it's actually my favorite ever on the entire planet. Like, for hockey, excuse me, Shatter Me will always have my heart forever, but for hockey, this is probably my favorite romance series ever. I love it. I love it. So the first book in the series is called Don't Let Me Fall. Every time I look at this, I just remember when I read it for the first time and it had just came out and, like, no one was talking about it, and I'm so happy it's getting the hype that it is now on TikTok. Don't bring up TikTok right now. I think I'm posting this Monday, so I don't want to talk about it. I'm in denial. Anyways. Getting to the point. It's about Ashlyn and Colt. Colt is a hockey player. Ashlyn is going into education, and she also has a boyfriend. So the way they meet, I can give you that because it's not a spoiler, it happens right in the beginning of the book. So the way they meet is Ashlyn is at this stoplight, right? It's like she's just sitting there in her car minding her business, and she kind of does the one, like, little look like that, and she sees this gorgeous man next to her, and she's like, oh my god, like, I've never seen biceps look that way. Never seen a man hotter. And she's like, whoa, like, no, I can't think that way, like, I have a boyfriend, I love him, blah blah blah. And Colt notices Ashlyn, and he kind of looks over and he's like, man, that girl is so hot. She is so gorgeous. I gotta snatch that up. So he airdrops his number to her. And he's like, hey, like, if you ever want to get in touch, here's my number. And she just continues driving. And then she finds out that that guy she saw, Colt, yeah, he just transferred to their school and he's now living in a hockey house with her boyfriend. Oops. Love that book so much. It's so good. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. There's no cheating involved, by the way. Just in case you need to know that. The second in the series is Don't Let Me Go. This one is about Blakely and Theo. Blakely is Colt's sister. She is a freshman. She just moved into the house with all 4 girls. So she's kind of the new person. No one really knows her. Except for my boy Theo here, because Theo is Colt's best friend. Childhood best friend. Like, they lived next to each other growing up. And Blakely has always had a thing for Theo, low-key in love with this man, but he has never batted an eye because she believes all he sees is his best friend's younger sister, and I loved it. I loved it. And basically the whole premise of this book is forbidden love, like he's not supposed to want her, she's not supposed to want him, she's constantly trying to make him jealous and constantly trying to get his attention. And it's like low-key a miscommunication trope, but it's done good, so it's not like one of those where you're like, just talk already, you know? And basically, a bunch of teammates on the hockey team make a bet on who will take her V card first. This book is Let Me Love You. This is a novella in between the second book and the third book. You can read this. It continues Colt and Ashlyn's story. There's a lot that goes down in this, and they are faced with really hard decisions that they have to push through, and a lot of life-altering news, and it was really good. It was really good. So you can read that. Sorry, this is my favorite. Don't Let Me Break is my favorite in the series. It's the third book. I loved it. It's about Macklin and Kate. Kate has epilepsy. She is going through that time in her life where no guy wants her because they find out that she has epilepsy, and they're like, no, thank you. And she's kind of just feeling lost. Like, she feels very disconnected from her friend group. Like, she can't go out and party. She can't really drink. Like, she can't really do anything. And she's also the oldest of the group, and she's kind of just like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. And she's in grad school. Macklin is a certified paramedic. He's also Theo's older brother. He's 32, I believe, 34. He's 34, she's 25. Age gap romance. He's divorced, and he has 2 kids, and they meet because they were all gonna, like, the whole friend group was having, like, a little dinner night together at a fancy restaurant, and Theo invited Macklin because their mother has been like, make sure you take Macklin out. So Macklin shows up, but when he shows up, he experiences Kate having a seizure from her epilepsy, and he takes her to the hospital, and he like takes care of her. It's really cute. And yeah, they really just bond on like, you want to be lonely together? There's a scene in the book that's like that, and it's so cute. He's like, you feel lonely? And she's like, of course not. And he's like, okay, well, do you want to be not lonely together? It's honestly so cute. Also, read the audiobook version of that one. Chef's kiss, that man's voice. The last one in the series is Don't Let Me Down. It's about Mia and Henry. Mia made the decision to go down into a different job path in entertainment for a little bit for cash purposes. She was low on rent money and she didn't know what to do, so she made a decision where she went into the entertainment business, if you will. Now she has stopped doing that, and she kind of is realizing that it is messing up her whole career because her stupid ex-boyfriend reveals her identity, and now everyone knows. So she struggles with finding a job. She has she has a nursing degree, but no hospitals will hire her because of her background. So she's kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I have no idea. Right now, she's bartending at a bar, and this guy comes in every night, and his name is Henry. He's a multi-millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire, and he just curated a pro hockey team, and they kind of like flirt a little bit when he comes in, but nothing's really set in stone. And then Henry kind of finds out like what's going on with Mia, and he kind of feels this like attachment to her, so he offers her a job, and you get that like boss ex-employee work romance. It's really good. Again, listen to this one on Audible, and that man's voice. Whew. Something about it. The next one I'm talking about, I don't have the physical copy of. It's called Just One of the Boys by Leah Rupert. This one is so good. I read it 2 years ago and I'm still like reeling about it. It's about Alice and Hayden. Basically, Alice plays hockey. She really loves playing hockey. It's like her big passion in life, and she finds out that in her area there's no women's hockey team, so she's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? She finds out that there's hockey tryouts, and she's like, oh my god, yes, this is perfect, like I love playing hockey. So her and her twin brother both try out for the hockey team, because they both play hockey, but her twin brother is more into musical theater. So they both try out. At the very end, she gets in, and when she takes off her helmet, her hair falls down. And the coach is like, absolutely not. I'm not having a woman on my team. You can get out. And she's like, I made the team. You didn't even know I was a girl until I took my helmet off. And he's like, yeah, well, I do now. So you're off. Leave. And she goes home. What am I gonna do? Like, I want to play hockey. She goes home and she realizes that her brother got in, but suddenly he can't play hockey due to an injury, and he wants to do musical theater instead. So instead of just saying, you know, oh, he can't play hockey, she goes in his place. And she strikes a friendship with like one of the guys on the teams. It's literally giving Mulan. It's giving Mulan, how they have that like tension, and then when he finds out that she's a girl, like, it's literally that. I love it. Love it. It's giving by King vibes. I really love this book though. It's honestly so good. And I didn't even know about it until I think I found it on TikTok one day. I was like, oh, I'll read it. And it's really good. And I feel like we don't have a lot of stories like that. So good. Check it out. I think it's on Kindle Unlimited. The next book I'm going to be talking about is The Breakaway by Grace Riley. The Breakaway is in a series. It's the second book in the series. Can be read as a standalone. You do not need to read. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Read this one first. I read this one first. Yes, I did. You don't have to read the whole series. You don't have to, because I didn't. Well, I did. I read the first book. I haven't finished the series yet. I'm getting off topic. The Breakaway is about Cooper and Penny. Penny isn't very experienced. She makes a little bucket list, if you will, but it's not like a normal bucket list, like let's go skydiving or I want to go to Greece. It's everything she wants to do in the bedroom bucket list. Cooper is a hockey player. No, he's just your average guy. They hook up. He finds out about the list and he's like, yo, I'll help you. Like, I got you, girl. How gracious of him. How friendly. How friendly and kind. And then he finds out that it's his coach's daughter. So they have to keep it on the down low. It's really good. I liked it. It was very cute. I can't. The next book I'm talking about is Tutoring the Player by Rebecca Genshake. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. I can't pronounce words. This one's really good. Second in the series. No, first in the series. I read the second one first though. This is the first in the series. About Jordan and Daisy. Jordan's a hockey player, of course, and then Daisy is this cute little wildflower of a girl. Doesn't really get out there. Jordan is, again, failing his classes. He needs help. He needs a little tutor, if you will, and I don't really remember why she says yes to it. He needs a tutor. She says yes, and she's like suddenly thrown into his world of like bad decisions, bad boys, everything. But Jordan is so cute. And Daisy is just adorable, and I loved it, and they had such a good relationship. Like, it just gave like childhood friends to lovers, but they weren't childhood friends to lovers. Like, they were just so cutesy, and I loved it. And they were just so adorable. And Jordan is like, he was just so sweet. Jordan's on my Instagram. He's on my Instagram because he's that cute. So good. Again, first in the series. The next book I'm talking about is The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This is the Generations book from the Off-Campus series. So it's like the kids of the off-campus couples. Again, you don't have to read the Off-Campus series to read this book. You don't. Like, you really can just read it as a standalone. But if you want to be interconnected, it's about Gigi and Ryder. Gigi is a hockey player, of course. Ryder is also a hockey player, and they absolutely loathe each other because of an incident that happened like 7 years ago. And it's not that they like hate each other like a lot. It's just she just kind of thinks he's conceited a little bit. So basically what the plot is, Gigi's already going to this university. She's already going here. Ryder's going to a different college, but it suddenly shuts down and they all get transferred. So now they're all dealing with these new players that they used to be rivals with, but now they are becoming one team. And they have to deal with that. Gigi also used to date this guy from the one team. She also has history with Ryder. Like, it's a whole thing. And I loved it. I really did love it. Sorry, I just remembered something I can't say. Anyways, it's really good. All I'm gonna say is Use Me, which is from this book. Anyways, the next book I'm talking about is Collide. Collide is about Summer and Aiden. Summer is trying to become an athletic, what is it called? She's trying to become a sports psychologist, but she's like trying to write this huge paper, and her advisor keeps telling her that like it's not her best work and she needs to try harder, and he like suggests like interviewing the players. It's been a while since I read this. Summer like goes to the hockey team and she's like, hey, like I'm doing this paper, like I'm gonna be around, and as punishment, the coach assigns Aiden as the subject of her research project. She also like loathes hockey players. I do remember that. She hates hockey players. She absolutely hates them. But now she has to like be around them at all times. It's really cute. I liked it, and Aiden's really sweet, and their relationship's really cute. The next book is Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is a book in the series. Guys, on Snapchat today it came up that I had read this series over a year ago. A year ago today I was reading Heartless. It's about to be a reread at this point because that's crazy. This is the third book in the series. It's about Salone and Jasper. I'm hoping I am saying her name right. Basically, they've known each other since childhood and childhood friends. Salone has always looked at Jasper and with love and has always wanted to be with him since the very second she saw him. She was just literally struck in the heart by Cupid's arrow. Like, she has loved this man for years now. Jasper has felt the same way, but he has kept his feelings hidden a lot better, and we are pushed into Salone engaged, getting married to a man that she has no feelings for at all. No feelings at all. And then Jasper comes to the rescue and basically runs away with her on her wedding day. He like helps her run away, which is really cute. And you kind of get to see them spend like the next few days on the run together, and it's very cute, and I loved it. And my babies, I definitely felt like the unrequited love in this book hit hard, even though you read in like both point of views how it's not. It's just like the feeling, how Salone was feeling. I was like, girl, stop it, you're killing me. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just love hockey romances so much, especially in the wintertime when my seasonal depression kicks in and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? Hockey romances really help. Hockey romances, hockey boys really help me, so hopefully they'll help you during this seasonal depression time. Counting the days down until summer. That is all. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and thank you for being considerate about everything and why I haven't been posting, and I'm back, baby, I promise. I'm back. Also, I did want to say, if you saw my Instagram at all, you know that I recently just read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I did want to come on here and say that, unfortunately, I did not make a reading vlog for that. I honestly didn't even think about it. I picked up Fourth Wing at like 10 o'clock at night one night, and I just started reading it, and it honestly didn't cross my mind because I was so engrossed in the book. But if you guys want to see a video about me talking about that whole book series and my thoughts and opinions and everything, let me know, because I am literally unwell. If you guys saw my Instagram post, you'll see how unwell I am. So, but you can check out my Goodreads review on Fourth Wing. I haven't written one for Iron Flame, but it is coming soon. Probably will do it after this video. If you want to see my thoughts and opinions without video form, it's on there. But if you want to see video form, I can do that as well. All of my social media links are down below. Guys, if TikTok actually gets banned on Monday, I'm gonna have to remove TikTok from all of my things. Anyways, I'm in denial. It's not going away. It can't go away. I fear that I will die with the app. I fear that I will go down with the app. So bad. If you enjoyed this video, me, or my content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I post. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Leave a comment down below. Let's do... If you've read any of these hockey romances, let me know. Leave that comment. Let me know how you thought, your feelings, what you felt. But also leave a comment of which one from the bunch that you haven't read and you're most excited to read. I like that. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for 100 subscribers. It makes me so happy. I'm definitely buying myself a cake because I love a good vanilla cake. Nothing's gonna stop me from that. But thank you so much again. I'm so grateful, and it's just so nice to see our little community grow. As always, I love you guys, and I will see you all later. Bye!